Hello students, in the previous lecture we have discussed about the Drug and Magic Remedies Act part 1. So as I have told you earlier कि this Drug and Magic Remedies Act को हमने दो lectures में divide किया है, part 1 and part 2. तो part 1 में we have provided you the introduction related to the Drug and Magic Remedies Act. हमने अपने previous lecture में we have discussed the definition of pharmaceutical jurisprudence as well. We have discussed the objectives of Drug and Magic Remedies Act. तो objectives of Drug and Magic Remedies Act में हमने एक story के through पता किया कि why do we need Drug and Magic Remedies Act, हमें इस act की ज़रूरत क्यों पड़ी. As well, उसके बाद हमने कुछ objectionable advertisements के बारे में study किया and उससे पहले हमने कुछ definitions को study किया था. For example, we have studied about the advertisement, we have studied the definition of drug, we have studied the definition of magic remedies and we have studied the definition of registered medical practitioner according to Drug and Magic Remedies Act, Objectionable Advertisements 1954. So, in the Drug and Magic Remedies Act, what was the objective? The Drug and Magic Remedies Act का objective क्या था? To control over the drugs, to control over the certain advertisements related to the drug and to control over the drugs or the superstitions or the superstitious powers or any kind of the drug which possesses magic quality or which possesses magic. So, to control over the black magic or the superstition powers or the people who used to spread these kind of things, to control over them and to control कि major diseases के treatment लोग खुद से ना लें तो ऐसे diseases के treatment को advertise ना करना, these are all the things comes under the Drug and Magic Remedies Act. So, now with the help of this lecture in the part 2 we will be understanding more about the objectionable advertisements as well as we will be come to know about the different offences and penalties which are included in the Drug and Magic Remedies Act. So, in the content of Drug and Magic Remedies Act, we will be discussing and we will be focusing more about the prohibition of advertisements as well as we will be discussing here about the offences and penalties involved in Drug and Magic Remedies Act. So, prohibition of advertisement. If we will be revise the things as we have saw that there were some objectionable advertisements and the objectionable advertisements were related to the miscarriage in women, related to the prevention of conception in women, related to sexual impotence, related to increase of sexual pleasures, related to any kind of disease, diagnosis, cure and mitigation. So, these were the objectionable things which we have studied in the previous lecture and in the previous lecture also we have studied the 54 conditions or the 54 diseases जिससे related जो भी advertisement है that we don't used to do under the Drug and Magic Remedies Act 1954. So, Drug and Magic, before starting these all the slides, we will revise the thing like Drug and Magic Remedies Act was passed in 1954. It's all the rules and regulations were passed on April 1st, 1955 in overall India except Jammu and Kashmir. And the objective was to control over the different kind of the drugs which possess magic qualities as well as to control over the different certain cases of the drugs and the diseases. Then in the prohibition of advertisements and offences and penalties we will be studying here with the context of that lecture. So, there are 4 conditions, there are 4 categories in which prohibition of advertisement is divided. So, number 1 condition is if we talk about according to the Drug and Magic Remedies Act, the first condition is certain drugs for the treatment of certain diseases and disorders. So, these are the this is the category 1 of the prohibition of advertisement, you can say, that is called as the certain drugs for the treatment of certain diseases and disorders. Another condition or the another category in which the advertisement is prohibited, that is the prohibition of misleading advertisement related to the drug. किसी भी तरीके के कोई भी एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स जो कि ड्रग के बारे में मिसलीड करें, ऐसे एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स प्रोहिबिटेड है अंडर द ड्रग एंड मैजिक रेमेडीज़ एक्ट 1954. एंड किसी भी तरीके का कोई भी फॉल इम्प्रेशन क्रिएट होता है किसी भी ड्रग से रिलेटेड, किसी भी ड्रग के करेक्टर से रिलेटेड, देन whoever is responsible for that, they will be punishable. The third category which is involved in the prohibition of advertisement, that is the magic remedies for the treatment of certain diseases and disorders. Magic remedies, like there are so many kind of the treatment of the certain diseases. The people want to do it on their homes, or the people used to do with the help of the magic remedies, black magic, superstitious powers जैसे कि talisman, mantras, tantras, kavach. These are all the things which the people use, like the person suffer from typhoid. So what we use? The person suffer from typhoid, they use so many magic like magic remedies they use. So to prohibit these kind of advertisements, these categories has been divided. Then the fourth category is the import into and export from India of certain advertisements. यदि जो भी मेंशन हमने 3 कैटेगरीज को स्टडी किया है, इससे रिलेटेड यदि कोई भी एडवर्टाइजमेंट इंडिया में या इंडिया के बाहर उसको अगर एक्सपोर्ट किया जाता है, तो these kind of advertisement are prohibited. So one by one we will be studying about this category, and this category is subdivided into the different subcategories. Okay, so certain prohibition under the context of prohibition of advertisement, certain drugs for the treatment of certain disease and disorders, it is also called as the section 3 of Drug and Magic Remedies Act. So under the section 3rd of Drug and Magic Remedies Act, the prohibition of advertisement says that certain drugs for the treatment of certain diseases and disorders are prohibited, are absolutely prohibited. ठीक, तो what are the subcategories जिनके advertisements prohibited हैं? The procurement of miscarriage in women or prevention of conception in women. Any kind of the drugs or any kind of medication which could diagnose, cure or treat miscarriage, which can cause miscarriage in the women, or which prevent the conception in women, any kind of medication which is related to the miscarriage or which is related to the prevention of conception in women is totally prohibited under the Drug and Magic Remedies Act. Another point is on the maintenance or improvement of the capacity of human being for sexual pleasure or the correction of menstrual disorders in women. इस टाइप के advertisements which promise for the maintenance or improving the capacity of sexual pleasure, that kind of advertisements are prohibited, and still these kind of advertisements are practiced somehow. As well, the correction of menstrual disorders in women. Any kind of disorders if happen related to the menstrual cycles or related to the menopause, if any kind of the drugs are directly advertised in with the help of the social medias or the televisions, are prohibited under the Drug and Magic Remedies Act. Or the diagnosis, cure, mitigation, treatment or prevention of any disease, disorder or condition which is specified in the schedule. अब ये specified in the schedule का क्या मतलब है? Whatever the schedules which we have studied under the lecture 1, we have studied the 54 conditions, 54 diseases जो कि involve हैं हमारे prohibition of advertisement में, objectionable advertisements में. तो that kind of the diseases or the disorders advertisement related to that diseases what we have studied, the 54 conditions which we have studied in the previous lecture. So the diagnosis, cure, mitigation, treatment or prevention of any disease, disorder or condition which is specified in that schedule which we have studied in the previous lecture, or any other disease, disorder or condition by whatsoever name called which may be specified in the rules made under this act. यदि इस एक्ट में कहीं और भी किसी डिजीज़ और डिसऑर्डर के नेम मेंशंस हैं तो वो डिजीज़ेस एज वेल एज जो स्केड्यूल्स के अंदर हमने 54 कंडीशंस को स्टडी किया है, वो डिजीज़ेस और डिसऑर्डर्स के जो भी एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स हैं दे कैन नॉट बी डायरेक्टली और इनडायरेक्टली डिस्प्लेड, दे कैन नॉट बी advertised according to the Drug and Magic Remedies Act. Then another is the condition that was the another category was prohibition of misleading advertisement relating to the drug. There are so many kind of the people or there are so many kind of advertisements which used to mislead the people, which used to misguide the public. So इस तरह के advertisements जो के public को और लोगों को mislead करें, misguide करें, that kind of drugs और उस drug से related कोई भी advertisements are prohibited under Drug and Magic Remedies Act 1954. Prohibition of misleading advertisement relating to the drug is subclassified into 3 categories. As I have told you earlier that this category, certain drugs for the treatment of certain diseases and disorders are subclassified into 3 categories. तो इसी तरह से that certain drugs for the treatment of certain disease and disorders is called as the section 3 of Drug and Magic Remedies Act 1954 and this is called as the section 4 according to the Drug and Magic Remedies Act 1954 which is called as prohibition of misleading advertisement related to the drug. ऐसे advertisements जो के drug के बारे में mislead करें, drug के बारे में misguide करें public को, तो that kind of advertisements come under the falls under the section 4 of Drug and Magic Remedies Act 1954. So there are 3 subcategories. Number A, directly or indirectly gives a false impression regarding the true character of the drug. किसी भी drug के true character को false impressed करना या false claim करना, that comes under the prohibition of misleading advertisement relating to the drug. Another is make a false claim for the drug. For example, there are so many kind of the drugs जो कि एक ड्रग होता है एंड डिफरेंट डिजीज़ के लिए हम उसको यूज़ कर सकते हैं, बट द जनरल पीपल और दी जो ऑर्डिनरी पीपल्स हैं, जो पब्लिक है, दैट माइट नॉट बी नोइंग अबाउट इट और दैट मे बी नो अबाउट इट, बट व्हाट हैपन्स, इट इज़ अ रेगुलर प्रैक्टिस बाय द different people or the relatives, like this drug used in this type of disease also, this drug can also be used in the another type of treatment also. So these are the things which may make a false claim related to the drug. So we should not advertise a particular drug related to the different diseases and etc. So the another condition is otherwise false or misleading in any material particular. If someone is getting misleaded with the advertisement related to any material or particular, or also fall under the Drug and Magic Remedies Act. So these are the prohibition of advertisements and this is called as the section 4 of the Drug and Magic Remedies Act 1954, which is represented as prohibition of misleading advertisement relating to the drugs. Then the third condition or the third category is called as the magic remedies for the treatment of certain diseases and disorders. तो basically इस slide से पहले we should revise the objective. What was the objective of the Drug and Magic Remedies Act 1954? There were 2 objectives of Drug and Magic Remedies 1954. First objective कि किसी भी major disease और जो भी हमारे chronic और ऐसे diseases हैं जो कि रजिस्टर्ड मेडिकल प्रैक्टिशनर के सुपरविजन के अंडर ही हमें ट्रीटमेंट लेना चाहिए, ऐसे डिजीज़ और ऐसे ट्रीटमेंट्स को हमें एडवर्टाइज नहीं करना है, ठीक, और नहीं करने के लिए हमने इस एक्ट को पास किया है. दूसरा क्या है, जो भी ड्रग्स विच पजेस मैजिक क्वालिटीज़ or which falsely claim about the treatment of particular disease, or which contains black magic, which contains kavacha, mantra, as well as different kind of magic substances or the things, any kind of charm which contain or which possess magic qualities. तो इस तरह के एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स को हमें कंट्रोल करने के लिए दिस एक्ट वाज पास्ड. सो सेक्शन थर्ड एंड सेक्शन फोर्थ. सेक्शन थर्ड क्या है? द सेक्शन थर्ड वाज सर्टेन ड्रग्स फॉर द ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ सर्टेन डिजीज एंड डिसऑर्डर्स. एज वेल सेक्शन फोर्थ क्या है? इट इज़ रिलेटेड टू द मिसलीडिंग एडवर्टाइजमेंट relating to drugs. So these two sections, section third and section fourth, these both the sections related to the certain diseases or the drugs which could not be or which should not be advertised directly or indirectly into the public. So that diseases or that medications can only be provided under the supervision of registered medical practitioner. Now this is the section 5th, and the section 5th says magic remedies for treatment of certain diseases and disorders. Magic remedies for the treatment. Now the another objective was to control over the magic remedies. So to control over the magic remedies, this is the section 5th, which is saying that magic remedies for treatment of certain diseases and disorders, ऐसे किसी भी तरह के कोई भी एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स जो कि मैजिक रेमेडीज़ को प्रमोट करें, ब्लैक मैजिक को प्रमोट करें, और जो भी मैजिक रेमेडीज़ में वॉट एवर द थिंग्स यूज टू कम लाइक कवचा, मंत्रा, तंत्रा, तलिस्मा, as well black magics, as well as any kind of charm which promises you that with the help of this magic quality substances or with the help of this black magic, the disease will get cured, the disease will get treated. These kind of advertisement are totally banned or prohibited under the Drug and Magic Remedies Act. So magic remedies for the treatment of certain diseases and certain disorders are classified into 2-3 parts. So this is this particular slide comes under the section 5th of Drug and Magic Remedies Act. Drug and Magic Remedies Act के अंदर तो जो ये हमारा सेक्शन 5th है, that is the magic remedies for the treatment of certain diseases and disorders. Under this, no person can carry or purport to carry on the profession of or administering magic remedies shall take any part in the publication of or any advertisement referring to any magic remedy which directly or indirectly claim to be efficacious for any of the purpose specified under the Drug and Magic Remedies Act are called as magic remedies for the treatment of certain diseases and disorders. So ऐसे advertisements जिनमें black magic, magic remedies, tantra, mantra, different kind of vibhutis, ashes, or any kind of taweez and all, if included, that kind of advertisement are totally prohibited. Then section 6th. Section 6th is import into and export from India of certain advertisements. This is the section 6th, and this is the summary of all these sections which we have covered. So any kind of advertisement which are prohibited under India, तो that kind of advertisement is impossible कि वो India से export हो. ठीक, तो under the section 19 of C Custom Act, तो there are 2 acts we are studying here, C Custom Act, and in the last lecture we have studied about the Medical Act. Okay, so under the Medical Act, registered medical practitioner was defined, which falls under the Drug and Magic Remedies Act. Here, import into and export from India of certain advertisements are prohibited. So this study will be in detail will be present in the C Custom Act 1878. So prohibition of advertisement में this is the last category or the schedule or the section 6, that is import into and export from India of certain advertisement. It says that the import or export has been totally prohibited under section 19 of Sea Custom Act 1878, that is 8th section of 1878, and all the provisions of that act shall have effect accordingly, except that section 183 thereof shall have effect as if the word shall therein the word may be substituted. तो ऐसे एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स जो कि मैजिक रेमेडीज से रिलेटेड हों, वेदर मिसलीडिंग एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स हों और वेदर certain diseases or certain disorders से related हो, which could be supervised under registered medical practitioner only, that advertisement should not be import or export from India. Under the prohibition of advertisements falls under the Drug and Magic Remedies Act 1954. Then there is another topic under this drug and magic remedies only, who are having the powers to make the rules in any act or in Drug and Magic Remedies Act. So basically the central government may by notification on the official gazettes, जब भी कोई एक्ट पास होता है, बिल पास होता है, तो on the official gazette of India लिखा होता है the Gazette of India, तो on that particular letterhead they used to write all the rules and regulations, they used to set all the rules and regulations, schedules, sections and different offences and penalties of that particular act. So the central government may by notification in the official gazette have all the rights to make the rules for carrying out the purpose of this act, as well in particular and without prejudice to the generality of foregoing power. Such rules may specify any 4 diseases, disorder or condition to which the provision of section 3 shall apply. What was that section 3? Certain drugs for the treatment of certain diseases and disorders. We are talking here about the section 3, that is we have studied under the prohibition of advertisement, as well prescribe the manner in which advertisement of article or things refer to in clause C of section 14 may be sent confidently. So overall the summary of this slide, that the power of making rules is lie only with the central government. Central government can change any law, any rules and regulation at any time. Then every rule has to made under this act shall be lay as soon as may be after it is made, before that each house of parliament while it is in sessions for a total period of 30 days. So this is the procedure which is showing that rules को किस तरह से prepare किया जाएगा. ठीक, whatever the bill we used to introduce into the parliament, so that bill has been introduced in parliament, then with the some procedures, what they do, they used to do the arguments and all, and with the help of this argument they used to do some modifications, then that bill will get passed, and that bill once get passed is called as act. So this is the entire procedure which is written on this particular slide, that every rule made under this act shall be lay as soon as may be after it is made, before each house of parliament while it is in session for a total period of 30 days, which may be comprised in one session or in 2 or more successive sessions, and if before the expiry of session in which it is so late or the successive session aforesaid both houses agree in making any modification in the rule, or both houses agree that the rules should not be made and the rule shall thereafter have effect only in such modified form or be of no effect, the case may be so. However, that any such modification or emolument shall be without prejudice to the validity of anything previously done under the rules. So in this way we used to, the central government used to make the rules, then they used to present the rules in front of the parliament with the all the members of parliament, as well once the member of parliament will be like satisfied, then only that rules or that bill get passed, and that particular bill represent as a act in front of general public. So, the entire power is having with central government or the union government of India. Then offences and penalties. This is the last part of the Drug and Magic Remedies Act, that is called the offences and penalties. Whenever you are studying any of the act, at the end of the act you will be studying the offences and penalties, that you, if you have offended any law, if you have offended any rules and regulations, then what are the different penalties which could be punishable. So, whoever controversies or whoever contravene or offend any of the provision of this act shall on conviction be punishable. In the case of the first conviction, यदि आपसे पहली बार कोई गलती हुई है या रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस को आपने फर्स्ट टाइम नहीं माना है, then there will be a imprisonment which may be extended to 6 months or fine or with both. Whether you need to be in imprisonment or you need to get imprisoned for the 6 months, or you need to pay fine, or you need to be in imprison also and you need to pay the fine also. Then another case, that was the first conviction, यदि आपसे पहली बार rules and regulations को नहीं मानते हो तब. अब यदि subsequent convictions आप करते हो, again and again you are repeating the offences, again and again you are violating the rules and regulations, that will be called as the subsequent conviction. So, in case of subsequent conviction with imprisonment which may extend it to 1 year or with fine or with both, या तो you need to go for imprisonment for 1 year or you need to pay the fine which has been set by the Supreme Court, or you need to go for imprison also and you need to pay the fine also. So, these are the two offences and penalties which we need to remember before violating any rule related to the Drug and Magic Remedies Act. So, in this lecture we have studied about the different objectionable advertisements, like the advertisements which are prohibited. Then we have gone through this content, that after the lecture you will be able to understand about the prohibition of advertisements, as well as power of making rules, as well as offences and penalties. Then we have saw the different sections, totally 4 sections we have saw, section 3rd, section 4, section 5 and section 6. In section 3rd, it related to the certain drugs for the treatment of certain diseases and disorders. That kind of advertisements are prohibited or objectionable advertisements. Then we have studied about the section 4th, that was the prohibition of misleading advertisement related to the drug. Either you are falsely claim about the drug, either you are give a false claim regarding the true character of drug. So, these are all the sections. Then fifth section is magic remedies for the treatment of certain disease and disorders. Section 6th was import into and export from India of certain advertisement. Then we have studied the power, how to make the rules, how the central government used to make the rules, and how does the central government used to represent all the part of the rules and regulations, all the part of the bill, and how that bill get converted into act and will introduced into the general public. And then at the last we have studied about the offences and penalties, and the reference for this act has been taken Jan and K, a textbook of forensic pharmacy, which could be easily available in the colleges. So, you can go through this. Thank you very much.